Here we go. What's up? It is the Friday night research stream for the US freaking open. Let's go. Let's go. Just got back from biking 50 miles. If you guys are regulars at the show, you know that 3 weeks ago I crashed my bike. I went through the same exact spot, recorded it. It's a nasty ass, slippery ass corner. So, might have had a few too many beers, might have been going too fast, but also the corner was dusty. I can confirm that in a sober state of mind. So, I feel a lot better about who I am as a cyclist and my ability to ride a bicycle. So, Sexy Rexy did her 51 miles today. I'm exhausted, but Phil, my brother, this is the energy I need. I need some yos, I need some bros, and I need some peaches and cream monster. So we're going to party tonight. This is the Friday night research stream. I was in 19th place in showdown. I know. Well, you probably stacked the AM wave, didn't you? That is the worst part, is when you stack the AM wave, get all excited, and then all of a sudden you land up in trouble. So we'll see what happens. Joe Idoni in the house. What's up, my brother? Good to see you. We're going to do some researching, and it's going to be chilled, folks. It's going to be chilled. I've had a lot of anxiety about the show because I'm not nearly really as prepared as I was. I thought I would go out there and get some exercise in. So we're going to do a bit more prepping in the first little bit of the show. So if you are new to this and you don't know that there will be timestamps, if you're watching this in arrears, there will be timestamps. So you can see every player, you can see the course preview, you can see like building the model part. So the next little bit is going to kind of just be like, who the heck knows? I don't know where the show's going to go. There's likely going to be another one on Saturday. There's likely going to be another one on Sunday. We're just going to keep doing maybe 3-hour stints. Tonight we'll see. Maybe the monster kicks in and we want to party. Depends what the chats get up to. What the chats get up to. JETS. Jets, baby. Let's go. DJS. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So we'll do some giveaways at the top of the hour, maybe at the bottom of every half hour. Who the heck knows? I don't. You know what the weird thing is? I live in Iowa. I've got 2 icons worth of sports apps on my phone. Got like 10 different sports books. Can't do Underdog, or I can't do Pick'ems. I can't do any of that stuff. Prize Picks I can't do. It sucks a lot. So I like that stuff. So we'll see what cooks. Go from there. Party. Let's party. All right. So let me share my screen. Let's make sure we've got. I actually even moved Phoebe's bed upstairs so that she's going to have to lay in the bed on the chair so we can have the Phoebe cam as well. I'm hanging out, having a good time. Phil's Mavs lost. That's not ideal. He has last year's model. So this is where we're starting. Unfortunately, this is why I was a little scared to get going. This is the PGA Championship model. So there's either we go with this or we fiddle and add last year's stuff. We can also just add last year's results to a tab and see what goes on. But you know what? Maybe we give me a few minutes and see what we can do. Justin saying, can't stay long, we'll catch a replay. I just want to say, I don't know if this is the tequila or what, but Keegan winning the US. Justin, I don't know. You know what the thing is, though? Keegan might land up winning the Memorial. Let's chat a little bit about the Memorial for 2 seconds. Yeah. Here's the Memorial leaderboard, and we've got, look at our boy Bezzy gaining. He lost. This is so golf. This is so golf. Tee to green, Bezzy in round 2. What did he do? He gained 1.3, but he gained a total of 6.2 strokes today. Bezzy cruising right now. Cruising. So congratulations to him. But here's our boy Keegan doing his thing. Look, took a little double on hole number 3. This is not his hole. From what I understand, I think he missed the fairway yesterday as well. He struggles on this hole. I think he had a layup yesterday as well. Tough scenes. But our boy is sitting in 4th place, doing his thing off the tee again in round 2. Lost a bit yesterday. That's fine. It was all on basically this hole again. He has round 1. Bogeyed it again. Lost a full stroke off the tee. So our boy is cooking. We got Keegan in the mix. And then we got Hovland doing his thing. Doing his sweet thing. And he's doing it all on approach, baby. Let's go. So Adam Hadwin's going to fall down the leaderboard. I reckon he doesn't finish better than -6 this week. I don't like the fact that Scotty Scheffler, what the hell, dude? God damn it. This mother goddamn dude. He just wins these tournaments. Like he's -9. So yeah, we got our top 5 cooking there. But hey, all right. First thoughts on under the radar guys who could surprise. That's a good idea. What we can do is a quick overview, maybe. Yes, good. Keegan, crocking, rocking, and rolling. Look at this chat. Jesus Christ. Let's go. Let's go. Is this Ricky Fowler support? Ricky Fowler, brah. Yikes. Ricky Fowler needs to get it together. He needs to get it goddamn together because it's not looking good. Ever since he won the Rocket Mortgage, I looked at it today. Ricky, 15 of his 20 starts, including the one that he won at the Rocket Mortgage, were top 20s. He's had one top 20 since. One top 20 since then. Tough scenes. Tough scenes. I got that out on Keegs for him. Oh, yes. Justin, let's go, bro. Let's hope Scotty gets arrested. Well, we need him to just finish inside the top 5. Still, you know. All right. I think the Spring Break boys went out last night. All 3 of us. Spieth, yes. And Taylor Moore shot an 81 in my showdown line, my big showdown lineup today. God damn it. The one I had Bezaid note in. Taylor Moore was there as well. Bezzy shot like 47 points. Taylor Moore scored 12 or something ridiculous. Bananas bad. So yeah, let's take a peek here. If we're in the mood, I'll do, you know what I also just realized I haven't even done the showdown stuff for round 3 either. So not looking good there. Justin Rose doing what he does best. Yes, congratulations, Curly, for being part of that group now. So we can all be part of the Justin Rose support group. And Joanne in the house saying, "Calm down now, Butterfish." Okay, Joanne, I like it. Guys, you guys, this is full. This cookies and cream is full, and I'm ramped up. I'm ramped the goddamn hell up right now. Thank you guys. You guys, this chat is cooking right now. Cooking. So let's get into it. Let's take who asked earlier. Let's do a quick little overview. First thoughts on under the radar guys we could surprise. Are we speaking of, this is the US Open show. We're not speaking about the Memorial. Let's pull up the odds board. Let's go to DraftKings. Well, you know what? We can go to just Odds Checker, see some nice some odds across the market. Yeah, we're gonna take it easy. It's gonna be a nice little series. Hello, Drew. I saw that. I read the body of that message first, and then I realized who sent it, and it made it even funnier. So I love you, dude. Okay, this is the Memorial. Let's get to the US Open, and we can rock and roll with just a few early original OG thoughts here. Okay, you guys rock. I love you guys. Okay, US Open futures winners. Anyone in the mood for a 4-1 Scotty Scheffler? Tough sides, tough scenes for us, yeah. So yes, Scotty at 4-1. Under the radar guys. Rory at 11-1, I don't even really know. Xander at 14 seems very appealing. But also I don't know if anyone just goes ahead and wins their second major after winning their first. So ramped up. Never heard that term like, oh, well, I'm ramped the hell up, Evan. I'm ramped the hell up, especially because weed's illegal in North Carolina. So Justin Rose is going to be fully focused. But you know what? Even he needs to probably get on. He needs to stay on the weed because it's not been good for him. It's not been good. Bryson, Victor sitting at 18. Victor sitting. Guys, I think Victor at 18 is It's my favorite bet so far. Change the greens from Bend to Bermuda. Wheels up. Straka season. Okay. We can look at a few more guys. I love this. Joaquin Niemann. Congratulations to Joaquin Niemann for being 33-1 in the US Open. Not. Oh, for being one of the best live golfers on the planet, for being one of the best players in the world. Guy can't even qualify for the US Open. Tough scenes. Granted, he was going to finish outside the top 20 anyway, so it's saving all of his homers a bunch of money. Joaquin, not a major guy. Guys, 36-1 Cam Smith on FanDuel. I'm going to pull this up for myself on the side here. If that's there, that's where we're going. Like right now. I will fill in Cam Smith's reasoning behind. 36-1. If you've watched my Masters and the PGA Championship shows already, know that I think I threw Cam Smith in for the PGA Championship at like 55-1 or 60-1 or something ridiculous. I've been waiting to bet him this week coming up. So I think it's Cam Smith's season. 36-1 at FanDuel is delectable. Let's take a peek and see if that's still even out there. Because if that's there, I'm going to bet it right now. What we do for majors is we usually bet guys double. Because it's just the majors. You want more on the line. It's just what I typically do. There's no real method to that madness. It is what it is. I'm making sure that Cam Smith is 36-1. And then I'm going to... Yes, he is. Beautiful. 36-1, Cam Smith. Bang! We are going. To the moon. Beautiful. $33.33 for $1,199.88, baby. Let's freaking party. All right, Cam Smith, 36-1, taken care of. We'll get into that here shortly and explain why. I think Cam, we can actually kind of dive from this. Is Tom Kim in the US Open? Yes, he is. We'll chat about him here shortly. Here he is. Ju Young, 55s. I think we're probably going to go to that. But also, you know what? We'll chat about some stuff. We got some stuff to talk about. We've got some stuff to talk about. All right. So, hello, Scott Holdridge. How are you, my friend? Yes. What's up? All right. So that's Cam Smith for you. Tom Kim under the radar? Yes. All about this. I like Will Zalatoris at 65-1. I know it sounds weird, but he shot -3 today. -2. He shot -2 in round 2 and gained 3.2 strokes on the field. That is Will Zalatoris world that we live in. This is what we want. Betting Will Zalatoris at the PGA Championship when we thought it was going to be -15, -13 winning score was the situation that we liked. Betting Will Zalatoris at a PGA Championship that the winning score is -21 is ludicrous. Had we known that was going to be the case, we would never done that. I am thinking, guys, if you think about leaving bacon in the pan for too long, if you think about leaving bacon in the air fryer, if you're cooking bacon in a pan or the oven, you're doing it wrong. Get an air fryer, throw it in there. If you're starting it from fresh, you throw it in for 7 minutes. If it's a normal piece of bacon, put it on the top rack of your rack with the nice little strings down there so that there's nice airflow. Pop that bacon in there for 7 minutes, and you've got the best bacon that you cannot mess up. If you've already cooked another piece of bacon, you make it 6 minutes because that extra minute to warm up is already done. So bear that in mind. Bacon is going to be in the air fryer forever. Once you buy your air fryer, you're never going to go back. Why I bring that up is because if you're cooking bacon in the pan for too long, you don't pay attention, your wife's bitching in your ear, husband's not doing the right stuff, and you have to bitch in his ear. See what I did there? And you overcook the bacon, and it's too crispy. That's what you're going to see this week. I believe that we're going to see a golf course that it's as baked out as Greg Norman's cheekbones. the surfing guys. You know, like you're looking for beach bum faces here. We're looking for guys that can really, really Scotty Scheffler. And the first thing I'm thinking really about is Southern Hills. I'm thinking that's the kind of the same. That was a PGA Championship. This is a US Open, but I feel like the venues are very similar. Not a lot of rough, a lot of runoff, a lot of creativity around the greens, a lot of crispy, hard lies, a lot of Australian sand belt stuff is what we're trying to get at here. All right? Yeah. So we're going to go into the Australians. I think Australians are going to be inside the top 5 here by the end of the week. I hate that accent. I don't know why I did it. It is what it is. Blowing my mind right now as a Canadian. Bacon his life. Always been a pan guy. Well, you know, and Evan, when you're doing it in the pan, you have to be there. You have to make sure you're not burning it. You have to cook it on medium. In an air fryer, you toss it in there and call it a day, bud. Call it a goddamn day. So anyway, that is what we're speaking about today. Let's go to ESPN. And let's see if we can find. I'm going to look for ESPN here and look at last year's stuff. Because I want to make sure that I know exactly. Because this is as much my research stream as it is for you guys. So we're kind of learning this all together. I'm going to take a quick peek at last year's stuff. When did they play Pinehurst? (2014). Okay. So we're going to go tournaments. We're going to go US Open 2014. Does that even give us what we're looking for here? There we go, 214. I think we have to actually go the other way around. You got to click the tournament and then go to the year because it's going to reset the year. No, it's not. Oh, this is the one that Jordan Spieth won. Previous winner, Martin Keimer. That's Chambers Bay. What are we doing here? Let's go. 2015. Okay, you see, this is the thing. You got to go to US Open Golf Championship, click on it, and there's Martin Keimer at Pinehurst. Okay, good. So it was. This is where Dustin Johnson got in the playoff and then grounded his club in. What the? Am I thinking about the wrong thing? When did Dustin Johnson ground his club? Got to go pan. Need that grease pulled up. Do you have completely clean the air fryer from the drip? No. You can. The thing is, you can like with the air fryer, you just that shit all just drips into the bottom, and then you just leave it there, kind of thing for a few days, and then you depending on what you cook, and then you just then the house just smells like bacon when you're cooking some cheddar brats the following day or whatever. You know, like there's all. Was Whistling Straits, that was where he had the club grounding, Scotty? Thank you, my brother. Thank you. All right. So we were completely oblivious to that then. So yeah, so the Martin Keimer runaway then I guess was this. This was like peak senior year for me, junior year. I was playing golf, I wasn't watching golf. Once I got out of college, I started getting into it a bit better. So there we go. Keegan Bradley. Oh boy. At +1. Martin Keimer, -9. Eric Compton in T2 at -1. Jesus Christ. This is going to be Scotty Scheffler. Mark my freaking words, folks. This is going to be a Scotty Scheffler situation. This is literally just changes with Scotty Scheffler. Make this like somebody else random. That's second, third, fourth, fifth in the world. Just paste those names in here. I can see it happening. And that's 4-1. Congratulations. Like the world, sportsbooks are loving life right now because when if the second place score is -1, Scotty Scheffler is going to grab his third major. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Okay. PGA Championship. Let's start figuring some stuff out, yeah. You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to take it easy. We're going to just kind of go off of the PGA Championships data. It's going to be all major stuff. At the same time, we're going to be looking for that anyway. and what I'm really going to explain to you guys as we go along here. This is a really important situation to figure out, and it changes the whole dynamic of this. I'm trying to find. Here we go. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Okay, so here is the best finish in a major prior to a major win. So those of you that you've watched the show before, you know what's going on here. But we've already spoken about the Masters requiring a top 2 for me to basically choose somebody to bet on. Guess what happened? Scotty Scheffler, a past winner, won it again. PGA Championship, that, my friends, is a second-place finish. Xander won that tournament. He had a second-place finish in a major prior to that. And how do we know that? We can go to our handy-dandy major data, filter on Xander, and what we'll do is we'll just add last year's to this. But I'm going to have all of this stuff available to you guys in a Google Doc. You can find all of this right over here, and then you can do exactly what I'm doing if you're in the mood for that. If you're not, so be it. So Xander, ta-da, he has a third place at the Masters. We got a second place at the US Open a while ago. The Open Championship, he's got a second. The Masters, he got a second. There we have it. And guess what? Xander Schauffele popping for this second place finish. Now, the problem with this US Open, is we have Wyndham Clark, who won it last year, with his best major finish up 75th. Then the year before that, a 5th place finish was the best finish. Who won that US Open? Where was it? Whistling. It was at Southern Hills. That was Justin Thomas. Was Justin Thomas's best finish prior to that a 5th place finish? I guess his top end finishes were all prior to 2017 potentially. But anyway, 2021, 3rd place finish. 2020, 4th place finish was that person's best finish in a major prior. 2019, 6th. In 2018, that was likely Brooksy, wasn't it? Didn't he win PGA and US Open that year? So we got our first guy that's actually won a major. So we have to go back 5 years, 6 years to find our first major winner that won a US Open. So out of all the majors, as you can see, this is the most variable. It's the most volatile. It's the one that's least likely to really be as sticky as heck. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys that have finished first or second since 2019, which is a total of 15. So only 1/3 of guys that have won the US Open in the last 15 starts have finished first or second. A lot of those were Brooks, and that's the situation we live in. So I'm just kind of sharing this. I mean, look at all these white numbers. Look at all these yellows. It's a glaring situation, yeah. So you can literally play. Ideally, we're looking for guys with top 5s. You know, I think if you had a top 5 in a major, you can be on my betting card. For the most part, that's pretty much everybody since 2013 outside of Wyndham Clark and whoever the hell won it in 2019. So we've got that going for us. And let's actually just take a look at some US Open champions and let's take a peek at that and figure out exactly who they were. So we just have a feel for what's going on over here. Let's go round 1. Let's go first place finish. Get rid of Xander over here. And we're going to go and check out some stuff. Finish first. Beautiful. So our champion since 2017. In 2018, Brooks Koepka won it. Gary Woodland won at Pebble Beach. Bryson DeChambeau won at Winged Foot in 2020. Gary Woodland was likely that 2019 guy, right? So, yeah. He had a 6th place finish. Bryson had a 4th place finish in 2020. John Rahm obviously has played, shocker, won it at Torrey. And then Matthew Fitzpatrick, even though he kind of showed up out of nowhere, Matthew Fitzpatrick had a, he was the 5th place guy. John Rahm was the 3rd place guy. Matthew Fitzpatrick was the 5th place guy. And then Wyndham Clark was the dude that showed up last year. So that's the history. That's what we got going on. Let's dive into this now. Let's dive into this. All right. So what I first want to do is actually put the scorecard together quickly. If you don't mind indulging me for this for 2 seconds. So what the hell is this place called? Pinehurst? Pinehurst Golf Club. Okay. Let's pull in some numbers here. And let's learn about this golf course together, if you guys don't mind indulging me in that. Alrighty. I'm also going to pull up the PGA Championship here quickly. I'm going to throw the summary in here. Also, I don't have everybody in the field. What a disaster. We just kind of go down the board here and kind of just figuring it out. Okay. It's all good. So I'm going to pull up the actual score card for next week and fill in some holes and just see what happens as we kind of make our way. We don't have the scorecard out there yet. Awesome. Okay. Where can we find the scorecard? The PGA Tour doesn't have it out there. Pinehurst scorecard. Okay. Like course stats. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. All right, let me pop these in for us. And I might even be able to just do it all in one fell swoop, which is always nice. Okay, good. Pop this over here, grab the yardage, paste this all in there. Bang, bang. Grab the par, paste that in there. Does this seem right to you, Joe? 4 par 4s next week. We'll play over 500 yards. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3. Somewhere there's a 4th. I guess maybe this is the guy. So cool. This does seem like it's the right scorecard then. But we're missing that final guy. But I'm assuming it's somewhere. I mean, 492 is fine, right? Okay. Ballpark area, that's fine. So we're going to go par 3s here. We're going to make sure that the yardage is good to go. Get this yardage in here just fine. We're going to go 310. I feel like it's going to be crispy. I think we're going to get some roll out here. So let's take away the 310 from the par 3s. Okay, you know what I can do is I can just paste these in here like this. Boom. All right, so the number of shots, we're going to have 6 shots from 33. 33% of shots will come from 200 plus on those big boys. It's going to be 1, 2, basically 3 of the par 3s are going to be 200 plus. This 197, 207, I would call that basically 200 plus. And I can imagine that the par 4s that are 500 yards long are also going to be, I mean, this could be uphill a touch and this could be you're not going to hit 310 yards. But this just gives us a general idea of what we can expect. Only 4 shots inside of 150. So 4 wedges, basically. Maybe another wedge comes on the par 5s. But again, look here, we've only got only 2 par 5s. So the very best in the world are usually the best par 5 scorers, and they don't struggle to. They're also very good everywhere else, but that's where they kind of separate themselves. They consistently make birdies on these par 5s. So not having 2 more par 5s is going to leave that scoring super low. And by low, I mean closer to par than -15, -9 that Martin Keimer got to. So I think we can expect a lot of long irons, which makes tons of sense. It's a major. Basically, 11 of the 18 shots will be coming from there. Maybe let's call it, if we just round up a touch here, we're going to have 2/3 of our shots coming from 175 and out. So those long irons is going to be a thing. And what we're going to do is, since we have live guys and since we have dudes that we don't have data for because they're playing on live, there's no strokes gained, we're just going to use majors again. And I'm comfortable using strokes gained approach from majors prior because all majors are usually these long golf courses. So the strokes gained approach numbers are going to be majority of them coming with the long irons. If you think about the PGA Championship, you think about Augusta, you think about all these tournaments, maybe the Open Championships the last 1 or 2 years, different situation, but still, overall, you're looking for approach play in majors is typically going to be in this range that we see here from like 175 to 200, right? 175 and out. Long irons, 6 irons, 7 irons, and out. That's what these pros are going to be hitting, and the majority of them are going to be hitting it with 5 irons. You know, these 200 plus. I mean, granted, Xander hit a 5 iron from 240 yards the other day. That's incredible to think about, but it is what it is. So this is the scorecard. This is the course. This is what we can expect. If we don't have a Martin Keimer-esque performance, it's going to be sub 10 to 1, like minus 10. You know, we're not going to see much better than that, likely. From what I understand, the course is bone dry. Delightful stuff for a US Open. I was also listening to the No Laying Up podcast where they deep dive the course and the tournaments. I was listening to the first one where Kevin Van Valkenburg did it on the one with Phil Mickelson trying to win the US Open while his wife was taking drugs to delay her contractions. Yes. Once the Mickelson started doing that kind of stuff, we should have known. These aren't no normal motherfuckers on this tour. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Anyway. So, let's do this then. We're going to kind of just do a high-level stuff, and then we can go into the weeds with everybody. But let's go ahead here and pull up our major data. And you know what? In the meantime, I'm going to actually just add the PGA Championship to this quickly, if you don't mind. I'm going to go grab that, and then we can have everything in here. It shouldn't take me too long. And then we can just make sure that we've got everything that we really, really want in our researching. And then we're going to be partying here. So we're looking for top fives is basically what we're really going to do next. And then we're going to filter on a few guys from there. What does this do? Why are we a column over? Why are we a column over? Okay, doesn't matter. I'm going to just go ahead and override it. Pop it in over here. Bang, bang. Why? Okay, so historical Byron decided to delete a whole bunch of columns from the original templates. Great stuff. Really appreciate that from you, Byron. Let's fiddle with this even more now because you completely screwed us with this. All right, so we've got our score. Is this rounds? No, these are scores. God damn it. What did I get up to here? What did I do? What did I do? This is the fun part about owning your own model, is you just lose your shit every now and then. You just lose your shit. All right. So we need finishing positions. Finishing positions, Byron. Let's do this thing. Where? Yeah, finish text. Okay, beautiful. Let's go. John Daly, WD. KH Lee, WD. Ben Griffin, WD. At Valhalla. Tough scenes for those guys. All right. We're looking for finishing position. Finishing position. Click. Course, par. Okay, we're close. We're close. I can't believe I deleted all this stuff out of my freaking... Like, why did I do this? Just paste this stuff in here like a normal human, please. All right. So we're looking for score. I don't even know what I'm doing. This is the thing. This is the beauty of having ADD. You just get lost in stuff. What am I doing here? This is holes. This is score. That's the course par. God damn. I deleted so many columns. So many random columns. All right. One more. There we go. Then we're going to get the actual score in here. This is why I wanted to do it tomorrow, because this kind of stuff drives me insane. All right. All right. We finally have what we need in here. When did we play at Valhalla? We played at Valhalla a few weeks ago. Let's say week 19, Wells Fargo, week 20. Okay, week 20, PGA Championship. Started on the 16th. Okay, 16th of May. Holy shit, we got it in, guys. We got it in. We managed to paste all the stuff in here. All right. So we got our ball striking. We got our green regulations. We got our green proximities. I don't know exactly what's going on right of this thing. So I'm just actually just going to delete all this nonsense here because. This came from the original situation. What a mess. What a mess. What a complete mess. All right, let's get some PGA Championship formatting and let's party. Let's freaking party. I'm done messing around here. I'm done messing around. All right, so let's do this. Major experience, we don't need that. We want our cheat sheet. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do just top fives. Who has top fives since 2017? All of these guys. Great. Let's go ahead and filter out strokes gained for the last. Is this coming in? Oh, cool. So this is coming in from a totally different sheet. But even the last 6 months, I guess we all know if guys are good or not. So let's just filter out the guys that are losing like significant strokes gained. Guys that are losing strokes gained likely aren't going to win this tournament, hopefully. Otherwise, we're in trouble. And just like that, we have now all of these dudes. So this is going to be our list. Let's actually change it to strokes gained by 1. You know, if you're gaining fractions of strokes, also, I'm not necessarily too excited about you anyway. You got to be gaining over a stroke. You know, got to be gaining more than what Scotty Scheffler is gaining with his approach game. All right, so now we've got our guys. And what I did earlier is I did the major ranking, the power rating based off of major finishes. And Brooks would be our guy. Obviously, last week, last PGA Championship never quite took care of business. But you know what? This golf course being tough as nuts maybe helps him. I know Joe Idoni's on Brooks this week. He burnt me at the PGA Championship. I went all in on him. Had him in pretty much all my DFS lineups. Had him for a top 5. Had him to win the tournament. Nothing. Guy was missing like 4. I think he missed 4 5-foot putts in the first 2 days. Showing up with a mallet putter, trying to be like the next Scotty Scheffler. The guy's been automatic in majors with that blade and now showing up with a different putter. Why? Why are you doing that? So I don't know about him. He concerns me. I've never got him right. He's burned me when I've been on him. He's broken me when I wasn't. Tough scenes. What are we going to do? What are we going to do with Brooks? Let's see what his odds are. Let's see what his odds are. Where did I have the odds? Was it this guy? So he's 2041. Okay. That's what Brooks is getting up to. If we take a look at what he's been doing, and I'm going to add time, I'm going to make timestamps on this side of things. Let's pretend we started speaking about Brooks at 38 minutes. If we take a look at Brooksy, I mean, look at the top fives. You've got 10 of them in 24 starts. Incredible stuff. Really, really good. But if we go to where's our strokes gain majors? That's not what we want. The fun thing is I'm having to relearn my entire cheat sheet here again. All right. So we got our major data. Let's pull out Brooksy and see what the hell this guy got up to. And I think what we're going to see is that we lost a ton of strokes putting at the PGA Championship. We can even remove this filter so we have everything. And in his last few starts, congratulations, Brooks, you lost strokes putting, lost half a stroke in your first 3 rounds at the PGA Championship, and then made it all up on Sunday to finish 26th. Not good. The approach play was not good. We really haven't. This is looking like 2022, in my opinion. Like this year was amazing. The approach numbers were great early on. It looked good. We haven't seen a single approach round this year from Brooks that's exceeded 2. He in 2023 had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of those kind of rounds. And those rounds averaged 3.1. They weren't even just a little bit. You know, if we take away the 5.1 he gained in round 1 of Augusta, we're still averaging 2.6 in those rounds. So he's got that upside that's missing right now. The putter's doing it, so it's fine. It's not amazing. You got to be gaining with the putter, brother. You can't show up to a freaking major and not have the putter firing. Unless you got your irons dialed, but he's not even got his, like I said, in his 8 rounds of major golf so far, we're losing on approach. No bueno. Now, the joys of the world we live in right now means we got to go hunting down Live Houston. We don't even have live tournament stuff. Like Bryson's the most expensive guy. Oh yeah, yes, Joaquin Neiman, 10-2. Live Houston. What is the current situation here? The joys. Let's take a peek at this. Is like the first time I've really even clicked on the leaderboard. Yeah. What is this? So he has the teams, he has the players. Martin Keim at the top of the leaderboard, of course. The week before we go back to Pinehurst. Great. So we got Adrian Maron, Caleb Surratt. Congratulations, John Rahm, on getting your boy to the top there again. Outside of that, it's not looking good. Like there's no other names yet. It's everybody that's not playing this week that's not in it. Nobody that's pretty good at golf is anywhere near the top of the leaderboard. Is DJ? DJ's playing. Where is the odds board again? Here we go. What's Dustin Johnson? 70. But even I'm not interested in that at all. Just kind of intrigued. Sergio, Neiman, Reed, DJ, Casey. Where's everybody? Where Louis, Bryson finally showing up here, -3. John Rahm, -3. Herbert. Where's Cam Smith? Here's Brooks, -2. Guys making bogeys on par 5s. I mean, that's just like, what on earth? Eagling par 5s as well. So whatever that means. Cam Smith also making doubles out here. Making lots of birdies, though, as well. Whatever this means, I don't know. Cam Smith, 38th out of 154 guys. Is not a good situation to be in. Taylor Gooch, +1. Congrats to him. Burmese, even. Okay, anyway, moving on from this bullshit. Let's take a look at other stuff here. So Brooksy, I don't think I can, even at 24-1, tough sell for me. Tough sell for me. Next up is Rory, who in the last 10 years and 2 majors has not won a major. And his odds aren't going to be good. So we're going to, Rory's odds, they've added plus 100 for every year he hasn't won a major, basically. He's 11-1, and it's been basically 11 years since Rory's won a major. Not doing it. Sorry, can't. Just can't. Let's explain why. 11-1, if you bet him, you are a 50-1 guy away from your card being done. You want to lay 11-1 on a guy that's never won a major before? You want to lay 11-1 on a guy that potentially, like, let's do this. Let's take, this is the research show. Let's deep dive Rory, because let's take a look at all of Rory's wins. Do I even have the vault open right now? I don't. That's why the computer's functioning smooth. It's probably for the best, for the greater good of the stream. Let's pull up Rory here. Let's see. Okay, Wells Fargo Championship, minus 17. You know, easy scoring conditions-ish. I granted Benny On was minus 9. But Rory went nuts. That 65 in the final round didn't you know, whatever. The Zurich Classic partner event, Euro Desert Dubai Classic. Euro Dubai Desert Classic, minus 14 winner. Boom. All right. Genesis Scottish Open, minus 15 winner. Shot a 68 in that final round. Euro Dubai Desert Classic, again, minus 19. The CJ Cup at South Carolina, minus 17. Going back to 2022, Tour Championship, Rory won it, minus 21. I guess he started minus 10, but still same thing. RBC Canadian, minus 19. The CJ Cup, minus 25. So what? Minus 17 is his lowest score so far on the wins. Wells Fargo Championship, minus 10. Okay, that was the first time, but that's also Wells Fargo. It's like an anomaly for him. It's his happy hunting ground. Wells Fargo, WGC HSB, minus 19. So to me, that's what the problem with Rory is right now. We've lost all these soft, easy scoring conditions to a championship. Won that again, minus 18. RBC Canadian Open, sitting at minus 22 again. The Players Championship, minus 16. So what? Minus 16 is his best score outside of the Quail Hollow rounds. Players Championship, minus 6. We just went to that, sorry. So yeah, like going back the last 5 years, all of his wins have been, call it minus 16. That's not happened at Wells Fargo. Not good, Bob. Not good. Where did he finish when he played here the last time? 23rd at Pinehurst. Yeah, 23rd. Just 168 round. You know, one round of 68. That's it. Everything else was in the 70s. Just couldn't quite get it going. You know, I think the thing is with Rory is we've come to terms with this, is that Rory, when it comes to these more difficult golf courses, I don't know if he's got the patience to kind of hang around. What's going on here? And he just doesn't have the patience for it. So, yeah, tough scenes for the guy. Tough scenes for the guy. All right, so Rory, we're hanging out. I can't get to him there. At 11-1, I'm sorry. Brooksy at 24-1. It's tempting. Wouldn't it just be fitting he goes and wins this thing after we've been on him at the Masters and then at the PGA Championship, and then we get all of those performances from him? Like, what a lackluster performance from Brooks, dude. 45th and 26th. Not even his last 3 major championships have been terrible. Been lackluster, man. It's just not been good, really. His last 2 strokes total. Tough stuff for him. Thoughts on Norin? All right. We'll deep dive Norin. We'll deep dive him. He's not on the sheet, so my thoughts are not good, baddie. Steve, sorry. I don't know if you've been listening the whole time, but we said we're looking for guys that have finished inside the top 5. Because the reason for that is we need to pull up this major experience. No. Where are we? Yeah. Major experience since 2010. Let's do this. Okay. Since 2010. Look, yeah, we've got 3 guys that are. You know what? We'll actually go to a different side of this graph here and take a look. Percentage of winners best finish in a major prior to their win. At the US Open, we've got a 20% since 2010, a 20% hit rate for past winners. The Masters has a 40% rate. The PGA's got a 47% rate. The Open Championship has got a 43% hit rate for past winners. The US Open has got a 20% hit rate. So it's weird. It's almost like you got to hunt value for guys that are floating around that top 5 market. So does this make sense if we really wanted to and I guess we can get to the Noren stuff still. This is what you get, Steve. We go on tangents on this show. But if we filter out on guys that have won this thing, I know that doesn't make much sense, but this is essentially an 80% chance of guys winning. Really, not really, but kind of. Scotty's got a very good chance, obviously. Brooksy always got a shout, but these are guys that have, I guess, Xander's won a major. Let's add one here. So it's not looking the best, like these are the dudes that potentially going to do it. Do I like Cam Young? No. Do I like Victor Hovland on a crispy kind of a venue? I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of a Victor Hovland at a crispy venue. Granted, he's played well at Open Championships, which are kind of crispy, wispy, dry fairways. Cameron Young, no, sorry. Sepp Straka makes tons of sense. Tons of sense. Guys balling out, got a 2nd place at the Open Championship. Beautiful stuff there, and a 7th place somewhere else with one other top 20. Lots to love. Ludwig obviously got the 2nd place finish at Augusta. That helps a lot. He's putting very well. His short game, is that going to hold the test this week? We don't know yet. Lots of random shit going on here, folks. Okay. But what I'm trying to get at is this is the week to kind of really search for value in the outright market. Major data. Alex Noren. What has he done in majors? Now, look, Steve, I love what Alex Noren is doing right now. I may or may not even have him on my placement card for a top 20. I think I had him last week. He's solid. He's a top 20 bet. That's what I would do for Alex Noren. I don't know if I'd go anywhere else. The problem with Alex Noren is the upside. And even in majors, we are scrolling, and it's the 2017 Open Championship. Now, if you can tell me what you were doing in 2017 in the next 3 seconds, go ahead and bet Alex Noren. If you can't, then that's too far away, in my opinion. That's too far away. His best finish since was an 11th. It's all these Open Championships. He's dominating. All of his best finishes are Open Championships. If we take that out of the picture, granted, that's not the worst thing. I feel like this year's US Open is probably, if I were to pick between a PGA Championship and an Open Championship, I'm saying Open Championship. I think the lack of thick rough plays a role. I think the difficult scoring conditions is the same everywhere, really. But I think the crispy landscape being barren and crispy and hard and short grass, really getting the ball rolling everywhere is Open Championship-esque, Southern Hills-esque. Which was the year Southern Hills happened? This is the fun thing. I was on Alex Noren at Southern Hills at the 2022 PGA Championship, and guess what? This was the result. A 76 in round 1 and a 73 in round 2. 9 over par. Yikes. PGA Championship at Valhalla putted very nicely for 3 rounds. Lost 3 strokes putting in round 3. Likely got himself too close to the leaderboard and then got a little scared. But granted, entering the week at -5 likely wasn't, entering Saturday at -5 wasn't really going to get you there anyway. So you probably needed to be minus 10-ish at that point to really stand a chance. But just the Sunday, that Saturday round was very bad, but still somehow survived it. How is he gaining 2.4 strokes off the tee? Like, what does this even mean? This doesn't even make sense. Ugh. I don't even know what's happened to this stuff. So yes, I guess where I'm trying to get at, like, what is this data even? Why doesn't it tie out? 2.8, yeah, so like, that all makes sense. This doesn't. What does this even mean? So yes, Alex Noren, better DFS play, for sure. What injury are we speaking about, Evan? What injuries Minwoo got right now? That's a concern. And I kind of like him at a short game dependent kind of golf course like this. As an Australian sandbelt-esque golf course, right? That's where Minwoo's from. But yes, Steve Outlaw, I'm going Noren, DFS, bet him top 20 for that situation. Okay. Some other guys. Oh, he had an arm injury from the gym last month. Interesting. That's not good at all. So I kind of fancy him. All right. So what time did Steve ask us for Alex Noren? Probably 3 minutes ago. Let's call it Alex Noren. Chatting about 53 minutes or so. All right. Yeah. So Alex Noren, let's move on from him. I'm not that thrilled. I'm also going to pull up Bet365 quickly and see do we know if any other sports books have odds out for placement bets and stuff as well? Okie dokie. The US Open. No, they've just got the outright side of things there. Does Bet365 have odds? Volvo, Live. Oh, they do. God damn, you gotta love Bet365. They've got top fives and top tens. And I think the last time we did this, we realized that a lot of the odds for the PGA Championship dropped by about 100. We got like Xander Schauffele for a top 10 at plus 320, and I think he closed at plus 200. So if you're in the mood to really dive into like Bet365, here is their top finishes, including ties. I mean, this to me, at minus 190 for Scotty Scheffler to finish inside the top 10, it's a smash play. Even at minus 105 for a top 5, it's a smash play. So looking at Scotty Scheffler's track record, we've got in 16 major starts, we've got 10 top 10s. And I bet you the majority of those non-top 10s were early in his career. So I think the way to bet Scotty Scheffler, and what I've been doing personally every week, is just betting him for the top 5, betting him for the top 10. I'm going to actually pull this up. I'm going to open up a massive file that's going to break all the memory, but we're going to pull up some stuff for some guys. But Scotty at minus 190, I keep clicking the goddamn button, but that is a smash play. He's been minus 260 the last few tournaments. They have been signature events. I get it. This is a bigger tournament. This is a bigger field. But there are so many. If you think an amateur is going to beat Scotty Scheffler at a US Open, excuse me, you're delusional. The guy's game is automatic right now, and it's scary to think about. So at minus 190, it's an absolute yes. Absolute go. Like, just taking a peek at what we did last year. I mean, sorry, for the PGA Championship. Close all this stuff. we have all sorts of random major stuff in here too. I should have been a bit more prepared for this. All right. So Scotty Scheffler's major top 10 track record is a 63% rate. If we gonna go, so he was minus 180 for a top 10 at the PGA Championship. We're gonna go minus 190. I wonder if we have an edge. And guess what? You can add another top 10 to this number. Yeah. So this goes up for sure. Add one more to 16, and you're going to get a higher percentage there. So this raw edge is even higher. Minus 190 for me is the way to go. I think this is the Scotty Scheffler world we want to live in. It's the Scotty Scheffler world that makes so much freaking sense. Why do we not have the stuff? All my stuff is broken, folks. All my stuff is broken. Open up. Where are you? Betting odds. Come on now. Come on now. Anyway, it's not opening for me. Oh, there it is. All right. So it's just showing up out of nowhere. So this is the fun part about this now. All right, let's pull up Scotty Scheffler. You guys can see this, right? I'm just making sure. Yep. Okay, good. So Scotty Scheffler. Let's get rid of this. Make sure we have got everybody. And Scotty shows up right at the top. Yeah. Beautiful. So look at this. Top 5s, top 10s, top 20s. This guy's crushing pretty much all the way through. I haven't updated it with last week or so. We bet him for another top 10, and he came in beautiful. Any insights into his putting stats on Bermuda? We can take a look at that as well. But Bermuda, I mean, for him, I don't know if it matters. He's just so good at putting, he'll putt well anywhere. But this is basically the Scotty Scheffler world we want to live in. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's scary. It doesn't make any sense, but it's very profitable. Look at this column of top 5s. Yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in 20. 14 out of the last 20 times Scotty Scheffler has finished inside the top 5. 17 of the last 20 times he's finished inside the top 10. 18 of the last 20 times he's finished inside the top 20. Ridiculous stuff. So if you want to bet him top 5, if you want to bet him top 10, either one is fine. It depends how much money you want to lay. Do you want to lay minus 190? Do you want to lay minus 105 for a top 5? Or you want to lay minus 190 for a top 10? Both markets for him have been very profitable. The top 10 market more, but you got to lay more. And I think that's where the fun part is if you take a look at these odds, a Scotty Scheffler top 5 is minus 105, and the top 10 is minus 190. So they just do this because the thing is, betting negative odds in golf is what the golf betting community doesn't typically like to bet negative odds. And I've been trying to preach this to everybody, is if you take a look at this. Scotty Scheffler, let's take a look at the most profitable golfers in the field and just take a peek at and kind of imagine what their odds would be. This is the PGA Championship still, so just ignore a little bit of the stuff. But for the most part, this makes all sense. It's all strokes gained from majors, all that stuff. You're going to basically apply the same stuff. We can add a few nuances here and there. But Scotty Scheffler, by a million miles, is the most profitable golfer. In fact, $2,100 total dollars worth of investment better than the next best guy, who's only made $1,200. So Scotty Scheffler has tripled any other betting investment in the last 12 months. And that's the second best betting investment. So fun stuff there. He's won in the outright market, but the most profitable markets for Scotty is the top 5, top 10, top 20. And how I like to view this is bet the top 10. Drop the $19 right in there, and boom. If Scotty Scheffler finishes inside the top 10, you need to be betting your card in such a way that Scotty Scheffler's return on his top 10 covers your outright card. That's basically what I'm doing now, and it's working wonderfully. So when he wins, I cash the top 10. My outright card's paid for. Hopefully the rest of the placement bets also take care of business. Off we go. If he doesn't win, we likely still cashing the top 10, and maybe our outright can finish second, which it's been doing all year. Or maybe he wins. Maybe he wins. Who the heck knows? But we're a fan. Thoughts on Keegan? We'll get into that here shortly. Let's do a little trivia. I'm going to do trivia, and we're going to do it at the top of every hour. Maybe we do another 2. I'm probably only going to do 3 hours tonight. Maybe we go a bit more tomorrow night again when I have the model nice and updated. But we're still going to rock and roll. So what I'm going to do is I have major finishing positions since 2017 in my model. Who has the second best major top 5? Or let's change this question. Excluding Scotty Scheffler, who has the best top 5 rating majors? Who has the best? Okay. I'm going to rechange the question one more time. Excluding Scotty Scheffler and Brooks Koepka and Rory. Those 3 guys are very, very, very popular in the majors. Let's leave them alone. Excluding Scotty, Rory, and Brooks. Who has the highest top 5 rate in majors since 2017? The first correct answer gets the model sent to them in the DMs once it's up and running tomorrow. So make sure you reply to me, hit the comments, let's party, let's have a good night tonight. Top 5 rate in majors. Boom. All right. So, give away a model. Colin Morikawa, Webby says, Colin's in here. Beautiful. Let's take a look. We'll see. I'm going to put it up right now. Evan says Cam Smith. I like it. Sam says Cam Smith. I like it. Obviously. Keep those coming in, folks. So obviously Ludwig currently right now is sitting at a rather high top 5 rate. Because of his limited ownership, limited major track record. Brooksy's second behind him with a 42% top 5 rate. Scotty Scheffler is third with a 38% top 5 rate. And I'm terrible with the drum roll. Colin Morikawa is going to be your winner with a 35% top 5 rate. Congratulations to Webby, who nailed it right off the bat. So that's the way to go. We're going to be betting Colin top 5. And in fact, let's take a peek. Colin top 5 plus 450. Bang. Okay. So let's do this and add that in here. And congratulations, Webby. I see you are on Twitter from your comments. So feel free to throw me a DM so I can remember after the stream. I kind of black out. I have to make notes half the time because I forget what I even say on here. Cam Smith is a... Where does he fill in here? He's close, man. He's very, very close. Cam's top 5 rating majors. Where's Colin at? Oh, that's just top 5 rating general. He has major top 5 rates. Cam Smith actually only like a 16% rate. Brooksy is the guy. Scotty's the guy. Colin is the guy. He's the guy. He is the guy in these majors, and he's a top 5 guy. Like if you're betting him top 10 in majors, you're only getting a 12% additional safety. Like when he pops in these majors, man, and he's all the way inside the top 5. Like for your top 5 to be less than half of your top 20 rate, that is elite shit right there. That's some elite stuff right there. Okay. Also, I totally forgot to put my stuff at the bottom here. I totally forgot to put my stuff at the bottom here. We have the Sunday night research stream over here. Beautiful. Let's go Friday night. RBC Canadian is no longer. It is the US Open. And we are going Code Maniac for 10% off because this is a Rotoballer sponsored show, folks. You want to be using Code Maniac for your 10% off PGA Platinum or just the gold package. Granted, you want to do PGA Platinum because Spencer is hitting his in-tournament outrights at a 60% clip. And it's... Why can't I... There we go. There we go. Beautiful. Spencer's hitting his in-tournament matchups at a 60% rate. If you know the magic number, it's 53%. He's doing it 7% more than that, and his odds are usually between minus 130 and plus one, whatever the hell. He goes into the plus monies when he finds that leverage, baby. So Spencer will have you paying for your subscription if you're just following his stuff. My placements will be paying for your subscription. My placements will be, they've been crushing this year. They've been absolutely crushing. The only reason we're losing money on the year is because of outrights. We've hit one. So no dice there, but you know what? We've also limited our exposure in the outright market. I think we're part of the masses. If you're profitable in outright markets this year, you're a handful of individuals. You're a handful of individuals. Colin Morikawa at plus 450 for a top 5 is going to be my favorite bet. Oh, yes. Look at this. Plus 320 for a top 10 last major at the PGA Championship. That's if we get that again, that would be very nice. Very nice. But we're going to get plus 450 for a top 5. What is his top 10 number? 225. It's dropped substantially. Still an edge, but we want to probably target that top 5 number if we are being honest here. Let's get rid of this as well. And let's go top 5 plus 450. I think we're going to see a significant edge here, more than 7% for sure. 11. Yeah, that's the way to go. So 11% Colin Morikawa. Let's freaking go. Okay. Nope. Ludwig, don't want that. I just want everything green. There we go. Okay. Sam. Speaking to Evan, Minwoo's around the green, sneaky good too. Think they'll be key next week given the green complexes. Yes. All right, let's chat about Minwoo. Why the hell not? We're here. The guys in the chat are here. Let's do this. PGA Championship. Let's go cheat sheet. I don't think. Oh. Ooh. Sam. Evan. We've got a Minwoo top 5 in a major, baby. Where did that come? I believe we bet Minwoo for a top 30 at the PGA Championship. Why was I typing in data? That is very fun. Minwoo. Okay, so the top 5 came at last year's US Open at LACC. You know the thing is, we, as a Minwoo backer, would have gained a casual 6.2 strokes short game, which means 6.2 strokes gained putting and chipping. And then on the ball striking front, 5.8, with the majority of the strokes gained coming as 3 strokes gained off the tee. So he's incredible off the tee. We had that one electric day on approach in round 2 that got him almost 3 strokes on approach. The rest of the time was pretty neutral for the most part, but we know that he's not a very good iron player, but he tends to get it together in the majors for some reason. Just taking a look at his major track record this year, we averaging a half a well, not averaging, we're gaining a full half a stroke in 8 rounds. So it's not very good on approach. But if you take a look at off the tee, we are probably we're averaging 0.7 off the tee, but there's a negative 0.2, 0.25 there, which is not good off the tee, which is really screwing his stuff up. If we take that away, we're averaging over a stroke off the tee per round in 7 rounds. One really bad round in the third round there. He lost a lot off the tee. Maybe he went for it on that drivable par 4, which had the water around it, maybe. That can skew stuff. He was 26, maybe trying to get on the green and take care of business. But as always, I think this 4.33 strokes gained chipping at Valhalla was 3 chip-ins. I think he chipped in 3 times that day and still only managed to gain 1 stroke for the week. So he got hot and kind of sucked for the rest of the week around the greens. But this is the thing with Min Woo, is you're going to be getting this volatility. I like him in DFS, I think. I like him for a top 30, I think. Because take a look at what he's been up to in majors. 1 top 30, 2 top 30s, 3 top 30s, 4 top 30s, 5, 6, 7. 7 top 30s in 1, 2, 3, in 10 starts. That's our bet for Min Woo. So that's my Min Woo take. Is the Min Woo world we want to live in is the top 30 world. His outright number, what is it? 66. It's palatable. I can't say I'm thrilled about it. I don't know. He hasn't won on the PGA Tour yet. I don't know if he's going to just randomly win a major, but he has won around the world. So we got that going for old Minnie. And but I think the way to bet him is to bet him top 30. So I'm going to be betting Min Woo Lee top 30. We bet him at the PGA Championship. I love his short game. I think he's going to lean into that again. This is the way to go. And yeah, so that's Min Woo. What time do we start speaking about Min Woo Z? It's 117 minutes in. Who asked about him at 9:15? What's the time? 9:22. So let's call it. How long are we speaking about Min Woo? Probably 4 minutes. Okay. We spoke about Scotty a little bit as well. We're going to bet that guy for a top. God damn it. When did we speak about him? We pulled up the odds. Let's call it 60 minutes. I'm going to have to go back and make sure that this is the correct one, but I love him. All right. And then we've spoken kind of a bit about Colin as well in the mixture. The chat's got my timestamps all backwards. I'm kind of letting you guys lead the show, which is also totally fine. Bryson DeChambeau. So he checks the boxes, obviously. Got the win at Winged Foot when it was a very difficult scoring condition. But the thing is, this is like one of these weeks where conditions are different. They're crispy. They're not lush. That's Australian sandbelt stuff versus like Whistling Straits and that kind of stuff there with the difficult rough. We're looking for a bit more creativity, a bit more of that, all of this jazz. So let's see what Bryson got up to. Let's see what he's got up to in Open Championships and maybe at Southern Hills, and just see what he got up to around the greens. There's a lot to like about him. There's also a lot that's intriguing. Bryson out of the rough at the PGA Championship, thick ass rough, averaging one stroke per round. I guess he also chipped and putted in a few. Well, yeah, I guess Saturday he chipped in on 18, and then Sunday he chipped in on that par 4, I think. So had a lot of chip-ins over the weekend for himself there. But the thing with Bryson in these majors is just this year, between Augusta and the PGA Championship, we're averaging 1.5 strokes off the tee. So his floor, in my opinion, is really, really high. It's very, very high. His track record in majors is 24 major starts, 5 top 10s, 3 top 5s, and a win. So I'm kind of, tentative about his chances this week. I think I don't I don't think this course will be overpowered. I think this course will be. We were speaking about it at the PGA Championship, where I was kind of using the definition or the metaphor of like a big brush that you paint the outside of your house with. That's what Bryson DeChambeau has. Big brushes paint PGA Championships well. Big brushes typically paint US Opens well that have thick, lush rough, where thin, narrower fairways kind of ruin your chances of success. Bryson, at this kind of a golf course, likely still will have the distance off the tee. Maybe the fairways are wide enough. I don't know how wide the fairways are, how easy they're going to be. I should know all the stuff already, but I think I was way more bullish about his chances last week than I am this week. I keep saying last week. The last major, the PGA Championship, where he finished second. We were on him at the PGA Championship. This week, I'm not nearly as bullish about that. I think he can play well. I don't know if I'm in on him. What are his current odds? Bryson's current odds are 20-1. I don't know. I don't know if I can get there, guys. Let's see. So this was our betting card. We went 6x and lost all of it. Congratulations to us. Phenomenal stuff. Thank you, Xander. These were the dudes we were in the mood for. Bryson did great. Tough stuff. Bryson at 28. This week is 20. I'm also not showing my screen. Here we go. So let's pretend we go Bryson at 20. You don't really have anyone else. Like let's pretend we're gonna go. Well, we've got Cam. We've got Cam Smith for sure, and we've also got a Hideki, and we've also got. We can chat about Seth because I've got an outright on him as well. At 60. Do I? I have an Hideki Matsuyama outright from a future because what I realized when looking for Sam Burns was the fact that I wanted to see how Sam Burns' strokes gained putting at the Valspar, where he's crushed. He's easily no one has gained more strokes putting at any other venue than Sam Burns, and nobody has gained more strokes in any other area of the game than what Sam Burns has at the Valspar, except for Hideki Matsuyama on approach at the US Open. He's gaining more strokes on approach at the US Open than Sam Burns is gaining putting at the Valspar. Sam Burns has won the Valspar twice. He was going for a three-peat this year. He's done it with the putter there every time. Hideki Matsuyama is gaining more on approach at these US Opens than Sam Burns is at the Valero. It's incredible. Let me pull it up. Let's talk about Hideki. He's got to win. We know he's a major champion. He's won the US. He's won the Masters. He's got a 4th place finish as well, but that's pretty much it. Now, the thing is, this dude is incredible around the greens. We're going to need that a lot this week. So I guess, Sam, I don't like his outright chances as much as other guys. At his current odds, I'm tempted, but I'm not thrilled. If that answers your question, I don't know if I'll have Bryson DeChambeau on my outright card. I've hit one outright this year. Granted, if you ask any other content guy, any other better out here, they likely also have only hit 1 or 2 outrights this year. So I've had 8 second place finishes, so I can tell you who's going to finish second. That's for sure. I can't tell you who's going to win. So Hideki, look at this. 8 top 20s, but only 2 top 5s. Incredible. Only 2 top 10s. So I don't know how much I'll be betting Hideki Matsuyama in the placement market. Maybe I'll bet him the top 5 as well. But this is the world we want to live in with Hideki Matsuyama. If I go to his strokes gained in these majors, it is unreal what goes on in his world. It's unreal. Let's pull him up here. Okay. So the fun part about Hideki Matsuyama is the last time he finished inside the top 10 was the US Open in 2022. And here we go. I'm just going to filter on the US Open so you can see this stuff. This is one of the most bizarre situations. Look at this approach. In his last 20 rounds of golf, Hideki Matsuyama is averaging 1.8 strokes gained on approach in US Opens. Yes, that is not a typo. That is not a miscommunication. He's gaining 1.8 strokes on approach at US Opens. At LACC, he gained 9 strokes on approach in 2 rounds of golf and only shot a 69, gaining 5.2 strokes on approach. He lost 2.7 strokes putting. At LACC, he lost 6 strokes putting. His putting in US Opens is averaging 0.2 strokes lost. His approach is averaging 1.8. So between his putting and his approach numbers, he's gaining 0.1, 0.6. Losing with the putter. Incredible stuff. So he does it every year. Every year we've seen a ridiculous round from him on approach. So 2 rounds higher than, call it 2.5 strokes gained in rounds 2 and 3 of the 2023 US Open. In 2022, we had 2 more rounds gaining over 2.5 strokes gained. In 2021, we had 1 round gaining over 2.5 strokes gained. The other 3 rounds were all positive. In 2020, we had 2 rounds where he gained over 3 strokes. 7.5 in 2 rounds of golf at Winged Foot. So the exciting thing about LACC gaining on approach there is it wasn't very thick, rough situations. It was very similar to what we could expect this week. I'm curious what he did at the PGA Championship at Southern Hills. I feel like that's a very similar kind of a venue. And he started off hot and then lost his stuff. But again, he was averaging 1.8 strokes in the first 2 rounds of Southern Hills, and then kind of, I think, in the wind, over the weekend, anything could have happened. So Hideki Matsuyama, folks, is going to be on the betting card. And I want to just confirm that I have the right number. But I think it is 60-1. The fun thing is I've got 7 different books, and trying to find this bet now is going to be a mystery, but hopefully I know exactly where it is for the very first one. Sahith, Keegan. Oh, these are all memorial bets. All right, so that's not where it is. Let's take... It doesn't matter. It's 60 or 66, one of the two. Hideki Matsuyama, US Open, bang. Cam Smith, 36-1, bang. And what we're doing is we're timesing this by 2 to win double what we usually do. So if we go Bryson, Hideki, and Cam Smith, we're looking at 5.3x return. If we take Bryson out of there, we got 11.2x return, and we probably still have space for another, 30-1? And let's see. If we were to bet someone right now, who would it be? Not Scotty, not Rory, not Xander, not at those numbers. Maybe Victor at 18-1. Jesus, but that is some really bad. Oh, the reason this is also going to be wrong is because it needs to be 1,000. All right, yeah, we go. So let's go Victor at 18 and see what happens. Granted, I'm not entirely sure I'm the biggest fan of Victor. Let's do Not the biggest fan of Victor at a golf course that's got crispy lies around the green. Now, the thing is, we've seen this guy do his thing at the Open Championship, which is also very crispy around the greens. So, I don't know. I don't know. I don't mind Vic, but also at the same time, we've got space. We can pretty much add anyone we want. We know we're not going to be betting Scotty or Rory or Xander. We'll see. Victor's, he's kind of on our thoughts. Let's see who else we like. Like we were chatting about Bryson. I don't know. Colin, I'll be betting top 5. I don't think I'll be betting him to win. I just don't trust him to win a tournament. Brooks is enticing. We've spoken about him. I don't know if I trust him with the current form that he's in the majors this year. Like, we haven't really seen it. The frustrating thing about him is he flips switches like this. Cam Smith, we in. Patrick Cantley, no. Max Homer. Max Homer at a golf course like this is intriguing, but it's a major. Maybe, maybe not. He's 46-1, though. Woo, that's a nice number. Is that a real number? Is that a real number? Let's take a look, yeah. Max Homer, 46-1 to win his first major, which is a US Open. And guess what, folks? If we go to this chart over here, this little cheat sheet, if I find Max Homer, we don't have anything other than a top 10 on this list, but we can add that. You know what? I'm going to go here quickly and override this list as well. Manually override it with the rankings as well. So yes, Max. Oh, we do have that third. That was at the Masters. The PGA Championship had happened since. Perfect. Okay, so Max is in there. But Max has got that top 3, which is good. Remember, we've got this major track record. Top 3 has got about a solid chance, so you're really looking for that. Ideally, we're going to another venue that's even better, like the Open Championship. Jesus, I can't wait for the Open Championship. It's literally, I'm only going to be betting top guys that have finished inside the top 2. That's it. Literally, second place finishes in majors or winners at the Open Championship. That's all that's going to be on my card. This week at the Open, at the US Open, we've got some space. We've got some space to go all the way down. 10th or better has an 80% finish rate for winners, whereas 86% is third. 80% is 10th for US Opens. 86% is third for Open Championships. Crazy. So those of you that are showing up a little touch late, we've already discussed this already, but this is where you want to find guys. Like, this is what makes betting this US Open going to be a bit more tricky, because it's typically been a bit more of a level playing field versus prior major experience. Okay. What were we doing? I do feel a little bit lost tonight. I hope you guys don't, but I'll be back, ready to rock and roll. So the cheat sheet for Max, let's pull him up here. And I'm going to pull up his odds. Trying to find the odds on FanDuel is one of the most ridiculous things in the world. Their interface is one of the worst interfaces. All right. And also, if this chat is, you guys are 17 minutes since the last comment. If you're falling asleep on me, I'm going to fall asleep on you. We're going to call it tonight. We'll be back tomorrow, though. But I need some love. I need some motivation. I'm only halfway through this monster can. Max Homer is indeed 46-1 over at FanDuel. So we've got a Cam Smith and a Max Homer at 36 and 46. Fuck. That 46 is just too freaking good to pass up, folks, in my opinion. I just ate 3/4 of a Pizza Hut pizza. Give me a break, Byron. I know what that means, T-Dac. Why would you be eating 3/4 of a pizza at pizza on a Friday night? You surely didn't dive into the devil's lettuce, did you, this evening? No. I hope you're having an awesome, awesome evening, T-Dac. So here's Max Homer for you. This is the beautiful thing about these majors, is like, take a look at this major track record over the years. Not very good. Lots of miscuts, lots of outside the top 40 finishes. We had at Southern Hills, folks, Max Homer's first solid appearance. It all came on approach. I was going to get very excited if it happened around the greens, because Southern Hills is a golf course, I think, if you're looking for a major to really kind of find some comps for around the green play this week, I think Southern Hills and the Open Championships are solid options. Maybe is Kiowa. I know there's a lot of bunkers and maybe a bit more runoff situations there as well. Not nearly as, a bit more coastal. I don't know if it was that thick around the greens, but you know where we're going here. We're powering through this thing. We are powering through this thing. It might just be a 2-hour one. We're gonna come back tomorrow again. So Max, in his last few majors, though, I mean, look at this Masters major. Masters PGA Championship, he's averaging half a stroke around the greens. Maybe that's because if you take away that really good Masters round on approach, he's still doing solid. Like, these are numbers I can get behind at 46-1. If I was betting, if these are Bryson numbers, maybe not so much. But also, I don't know, Max, I don't know. What's he doing right now? I guess that's also a good question. Where is our current leaderboard over at the whatchamacallit tonight? Max, because I have him outright on Max. T20, obviously. Losing with the putter, gained with the putter yesterday, losing with the putter today. Tough scenes, gains ball striking. So, yeah, there you have it. Just a nothing round from him again. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. 46. Okay, we're going to just do this, do that. We've still got tons of space for this card. What are this? Any other? So yeah, the Bryson take we've already done. Cantley, no. JT, no. Tom Kim at 55-1, yes. Yes. At a golf course like this, why am I betting a bunch of losers? But they're not losers, because Tom Kim's a 3-time winner. Max Homer's a 6-time winner on the PGA Tour. Cam Smith, major champion. Tom Kim, folks, we've got this dude. I was busy biking today, so I have no idea what happened on the golf course. He was on fuego until he wasn't. Until he wasn't. I love that. That's oh, yikes. You know what? So his second round of golf, he goes ahead and plays the first 10 holes 3 under par. Then loses 0.01 strokes gained on the 11th hole, which is a par 5, and then goes bogey, par, double, double on a par 5, makes a 7, birdie, bogey, bogey. Plays the final 6 holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over par. Congratulations, Tom. Wow. 1 bad drive, 1 really bad chip, 1 really bad approach shot. Just 2 very bad holes where he went, pain. Tom Kim is playing 8 straight weeks. Jesus. Really? One? No. He played. Oh God, he did. Charles Schwab. He played. Then the RBC. Then the when. Why is he playing so much golf? No, he's not. But I guess 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He had a break between the RBC Heritage and the CJ Cup. Byron Nelson. But it will still be his. It will be his seventh. Or did he? Yeah, it'll be his seventh, eighth, whatever. Doesn't matter. I mean, that's a lot, Evan. That's a lot. That's a great point. Yeah. But you know what the thing about freaking Tom Kim is? If you just take a look at this guy's major track record, it's ridiculous. So let's just ignore like a little bit of the first few majors that he's had. The most recent majors, his last 5, 6 majors, we've got 3 top 20s. His last 5 of his last 6 majors have been top 30s. So he's a definite top 30 bet for sure. And he's also a top 10 bet as well. I think maybe just bet him the each way. In fact, I think I'm going to bet him top 30, and I think I'm going to bet this guy to win this tournament. I understand he might be juiced, he might be gassed out. I mean, this is terrible scheduling. Terrible scheduling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, yeah, he's playing his 6th tournament right now, going to be playing his 7th for the US Open. Not ideal. RBC Canadian, he finished 4th. We're starting to see some form from Tom. We're starting to see the driver is really starting to come to life a little bit, which is good. That's good to see, because when Tom was winning tournaments, the driver was very accurate. His profile's changed completely between the 2 years. Like, look at the driving distance is a lot more spike weeks, but the accuracy is definitely taking a beating. It's the world you live in, and that's the problem. Is thank God he won a few tournaments, because he's now given himself an opportunity to work on his game and kind of change it to fit the PGA Tour, because his current style in 2023 wasn't going to do it on these big tournaments. Granted, still played very well at the US Open at LACC. Still played nicely at his debut at the Masters, finished T16. So Tom Kim in the majors is just being incredible, man. Been very, very good in majors. Last 2 major winners finished 2nd the week before. The last 2 major winners. What does that even mean? I mean, yay. It's also, yeah, trends. #trends. It's not like the greatest. That's 2-2. It's also what the last 2 major winners were Xander and Scotty Scheffler. They're the best and second best golfers in the world right now. Tom Kim is 3 years younger than Ludwig. Also, I really appreciate you how did you even find that Angels A with the circle on the top there? Okay. So Tom, I'm in 55. That number's delectable. Delectable. 55s everywhere pretty much. Oh, you hold the A on the keyboard. What, on a phone? It's not working for me. I'm just kidding. On the phone, I get it. Okay. So Tom Kim, 55-1, pretty much 50-1 everywhere you can find it. Let's get his ass on our betting card, yeah. Why are we doing all of these guys in the middle ranges? They are checking the boxes, though. They all have top 5s in majors. And that's if we go to max. I'm convicted on Tom. At this price in particular, he's also, Evan, you know what? He's young, bro. He's such a youngster. When I was a kid, I would play golf all the goddamn time. All the time. Now, it wasn't professional golf. It wasn't draining like it is now. He must feel like he's actually, maybe that's something he's looking for. Does that include the PGA? It must, because the PGA is only a few tournaments between. Yeah. So we've got all of this stuff going on. Yeah. We've got the PGA Championship right in the mix. So the last break he had was after the Masters. Wild stuff. Woo! All right, Tom Kim, we're in. We're in it to win it with Thomas the Tank. Let's put Tom Kim in here. These timestamps are going to be disgustingly bad, but let's do 100 minutes. Yeah. All right. Other situations. Let's do power ratings again. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, we good. We good. We just can't change the filter. Good. Okay. We're fine. All's good. Other options. Let's keep going down this board. I'm not a fan of Jordan Spieth. Matthew Fitzpatrick is an ideal candidate, but I also prefer him at like a thicker rough type venue. I don't know if I like him on a crispy situation. Not going to bet Tommy Fleetwood. Not going to bet Tyrrell Hatton. Not going to bet Shane Lowry. Not going to bet Tony Finau. Wyndham Clark's playing like absolute ass right now. 65-1, and Will Zalatoris is intriguing, especially with how he's playing right now. Ooh, boy. Why are we going to get him on the card again? Now, the thing is, we bet him at the PGA Championship because we like this. If you want to see somebody in majors, folks, we've got this filter figured out. Let's go power rating. Willie Z shows up here very quickly. And it's got a lot to do with, and this power rating is based off of history, track record. It's a straight up power rating. The more majors you have, the better your power rating will be. That's why Justin Rose finds himself right in the mix here, by the way. 25 major starts since 2017. That's pretty much the max, 26, 25. Willie Z only has 11, and he's still right up here. So if you do a power rating per start, and what I did with the power ratings, just to explain to you guys, is if you finished first, you're going to get yourself 10 points. So that's 40 points right there for Brooksy. That's 20 points for Rahm, 20 for Scotty. If you go second, you get yourself 5. Third, I think I went 4.5 or 7.5 for second. I graduated it that way. So I gave the guys scores for positions that they finished in. And as a result, you get this power rating. And Brooks got himself to 90, et cetera, et cetera. So if you take it by start, and we filter by start, which probably evens it up a bit better, Brooks is still number 1, but you get Scotty second, and then Will Zalatoris is third. This dude has been incredible in majors. He finished outside the top 40 at a major that was minus 21 finishing score. Not ideal for Will Zalatoris. The guy does not make birdies in a hurry. He makes pars and pars and pars and avoids bogeys and bogeys and bogeys in majors. That's what this guy does. Take a look at this track record. Take a look at this track record. It's incredible. Debut at the Masters, finished second. Second start at the Masters, 6th. Third start at the Masters, 9th. Fourth start at the Masters next year, 12th. Maybe not. Who knows? Maybe he wins this thing. But what we do know is that this guy is just rattling off top freaking finishes. Top 10s like crazy. So I'll be going to him for a top 10 for sure. I will be playing him, at the country club when he shot 275. 278 is a winning score. That's par. 278 is 72 times 4. He shot 275, which was what? 5 under for the week and finished second. That's what we want from Will Zalatoris. At the Masters, when he finished second, what was the total score? Yeah. For a par 72, we had Willie Z getting himself to why. See, this is when we stop ending the stream because look, like we can't even click. Like, why is it not clicking that box? 279. That was almost over par at Augusta. I guess he shot pretty nicely. Sorry. Pretty nicely, but still minus 10, minus 11. Nothing too crazy. Millie Goats. Millie Zilly. Did I hear Krispy Kreme? Yes, you did. This morning. And Willie Z Played at Wake Forest. Used to playing some North Carolina golf. That's even better. But what he does best is major golf. So playing some major golf in North Carolina is major where we want to go. So let's see. Willie Z at 75-1. That's quite the number, folks. That's quite the number. 65-1 at DraftKings. The disrespect. Yep, there it is. We're in. We are in on the Will Zalatoris DraftKings 65-1. That, I mean, the guy's playing so well right now. Round 2, tee to green, 2.5 strokes gained. Beautiful. Round 1, tee to green, 3 strokes lost. Yes. Love it. But granted, he lost in round 1. Lost all that strokes tee to green. It's mainly because of the approach play on hole 3. Lost 2.25 strokes there. Easy peasy, quickly. Good. Okay. 1 bad shot. Lost him 2 strokes. All good. It is what it is. Not the best start. He always starts off slow anyway. But look at what he did today. Outside of a shitty putt on hole 18, looked like the rest of the day. That must have... that lost us a freaking bogey. Oh, man. Anyway. Love Willie Z. I mean, look at this. T20, playing nice. Okay. I mean, I'm double screening right now. The Model Maniac finishing out my Titleist Professional Institute certification. 2 premier programs. Titleist Professional Institute certificate. What is that even? What is that? What is that, bud? This is just so frustrating. God damn it, Scotty. Gaining 1.7 strokes on a hole. He's birdieing all these holes that are so difficult. Hey. And then he bogeyed 11 again. Did he bogey it yesterday? No, he bogeyed 5. Okay. Still, guys, the guy's 9 under par and he's played the par 5s. He's played 2 par 5s, 2 over par. Unbelievable. Ooh. Crazy stuff. All right, guys. I'm going to scoot down this board a little bit more, and then we're going to figure out where we're going, because I think I'm going to call it a night. I'll be back tomorrow for sure. Tomorrow will be much better. Not using night mode on Data Golf will get you locked up in Louisville. How do I change it to night mode? Like that. Just there. I love night mode anyway. That's what my phone and Twitter is anyway. Analyzing screening golf swings to use for treatment diagnosis. Ooh, cool, dude. That's very interesting. Very interesting. Patrick Reed, not in the field. Robert McIntyre might not make it back from Scotland, depending whether or not he's drunk in a ditch somewhere. Corey Connors is 90-1 at FanDuel. Not going to win a major, though. Sorry. Benny On is 100-1. Don't think he's going to win a major. Keegan Bradley is definitely going to be on the card at 100-1. At Caesars. Okay. Caesar Sportsbook will be Keegan Bradley, 100-1. I mean, you want to see some fun stuff? You want to see some fun stuff? Look at this. Look at this approach. Look at these strokes gained off the tee stuff. Distance and accuracy, combination of both. Keegan's got tons of distance and got tons of accuracy. This is like John Rahm-esque stuff, folks. Keegan Bradley was 50-1 to win this week. He's 100-1 to win the US Open. He's balling out right now. His short game is solid. What does his major track record look like? Pretty solid as well. Typically, ball strikes the crap out of it. Played nicely at the PGA Championship. Played nicely at the Masters. We got a 22nd and an 18th in his 2 first majors of the year. Could definitely be worse. He's gained putting in both of them. In fact, he's gained putting in 5 of his last 6 starts in majors. That's good. The around the green game being a bit of a problem. Is he any better from crispy lies versus the thick rough? 2022 Southern Hills, he gained around the greens. That's good. The Masters, I would say, is a lot more touchy, short grass chips. So I would say the Masters is also another venue where you might see similar chipping. So looking for strokes gained around the green at Augusta, I can't believe it's taken me 2 hours to figure out that that's also a good comp for around the green play this week. Think that's the way to go. So love Augusta for that. And Keegan obviously showing fantastic form in prior majors. I think a top 20 bet for him in the majors is definitely the way to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Call it. Let's just go. His last two have been 22nd and 18. I'm loving that. Let's see what he can do. All right. 100 to 1, though, at Caesars is a crazy number. It's almost like a free bet. And like 22.5x, if we add Keegan to the mix, what does that even do? It like hardly changes our entire situation. Okay, well, let's see what happens if we take him away. It was 16x. It goes all the way down to only like 14. So we golden. The Millie Goats, my brother. AK. Mark Hubbard saved a. Mark Hubbard's like basically the Steve Irwin of the PGA. Saved a turtle. He's also renowned for the snail. And his weekend performances are like a lion that's just eaten half a gazelle. Lazy and lackluster. But he always makes the weekend for some reason. I've been a big fan of Mark Hubbard, but he's just not serious over the weekend. Can you ask your buddy what he's up to over the weekends? Can you ask your buddy what he's up to over the weekends? Mark Hubbard. So, since the Pebble Beach Pro-Am, top 5 over there. This dude is playing so freaking well, yet we don't have any top 10 finishes outside. Like, it's a top 20. That's his second best finish this year. Like, ugh. You know, I've been all about this guy, but like, what are we up to, bro beans? Let's go. Show me some vigor. Please. 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 Scooting on down, yeah, still some more. So we've got the Minwoo thing. We've already chatted about that. I don't know if he's going to win this tournament. Like we said, top 30 bet for him. Sam Burns in majors. Yuck. Keegan Bradley at 100 to 1. We're going in there. Yes. Gotta love all these guys with single digits. Who's the only book that hasn't taken it away? Bet365. Gotta love them. Okay. Alex Noren, 130 to 1. So that means you're going to get some really solid top 20 numbers. Still very good there. I don't mind it at all. Denny McCarthy, if you're thinking about guys that are around the green, that's also another solid placement, but he's also his major track record, not the greatest. Sepp Struck at 160 to 1 at FanDuel. What are we doing with this outright card right now? I don't understand what's going on. And guess what, folks? Sepp Straka's got a top 5 in a major. If we're looking for a major top 5, Sepp's got it. We already chatted about this. Gary shows up right over here. We've got a second and a 7th. So he's done this, and he's only played in 11 majors since 2017. So that's a solid like ratio of stuff. I mean, the rating per start's pretty solid, still above 1, which is nice. It is the 22nd best rating in majors. That's good, in my opinion. Very good to see there. And he's what? 100 and what? 160 to 1 at FanDuel. What are these people doing over there? Yep, 160 to 1. He's a PGA winner. Oh, and Joanne, that's what I did this week. Top 5, top 10, Willie Z. 11 to 1, top 5. Will Zalatoris at a golf course that Scotty Scheffler's only at -9 through the first 2 rounds. The rest of the field -6. If that stays there, I think Willie Z is going to start scooting up the board this week. I think that all of your odds, the week before he's playing quite nicely, those odds are going to disappear. I mean, 65s and 70s are long gone, if you ask me. So yeah. Do we even have Zal? No, we don't even have Zal on here because we've got a million guys of random odds. What was Zal's odds again? Oh, and we have to speak about Sahith, don't we? My card is going to be massive, and I hate it. I hate this. But they all check the boxes. We just got crazy value on these guys. Sahith, what did I get him at? I think 85 to 1 or 90 to 1. I think it's a 90 to 1. I think that's at FanDuel. But we still like we can. What happens if we roll out a 20 to 1 guy right now? We got 6 and I mean we've still got space for like an elite dude. But we don't even like them. We don't even like the elite dudes. Who would we bet if someone drifted to 20? We do like Victor. Colin will bet for a top 5, as always. I don't know. We'll cash the early stuff on replay, liking Bryson and Seth for next week. Barry, we already spoke about Bryson a little bit. I'm not thrilled about him at this kind of a golf course. I like Bryson when the rough is longer. I feel like he's got a better chance to win. Maybe he still plays well, but I don't know if he's going to win it this week. Sahith, though. Sahith Thigala. Now, the problem with him is he doesn't have it, folks. We've got a 9th place finish. That's his best finish in a major. So I kind of panic betted that number, I guess. Maybe heading into Sunday when he was 3rd and we potentially thought we were going to have another top 5 finish. This is why major finishes are very important. Sahith Thigala freaking 3rd on his own going into Sunday and makes a birdie on 1 and a birdie on 18. And that's it. Xander made 7 birdies that day, I think. So have to be in these. Maybe we can call being inside the top 5 going into Sunday essentially a fake top 5 for Sahith, but he's only got a top 9. 1 top 10 for Sahith is not good. Not ideal, Bob. It's not ideal. Because, like we saw, that lack of major experience, unless your name's Wyndham Clark or Colin Morikawa, we got a 9th and a 12th. I mean, thankfully he finished 12th, but ideally we were looking for a 5th. You know, like for Sahith to win this tournament, it's going to be difficult because he's going to have to be the Wyndham Clark of this bunch. Going all the way back to 2012, that's where you'd have to go. That was the first time a 14th place was the best finish by a US Open winner. It's tough scenes. The Millie, what? To win? Gary's not going to win this tournament. I'll put it that way. Maybe play him in some DFS, I guess. Maybe. Let's take a look at Gary here after this. Never thought I'd like Cam Smith at a US Open, but kind of feeling like it this week. Well, Jack, I'm not going to go ahead and repeat myself, but I'm about to jump off here anyway. And I'm going to tell you that we spoke about Cam Smith, and I wish I had the freaking timestamp, but we've spoken about him already. It's probably been one of the worst deep dive episodes I've done. I should have just not done it tonight. But Cam Smith has got a 1st, a 2nd, a 3rd, and a 4th in a major. Right over here. That's exactly what you're looking for. Oh, no, dude. You're fine. You're fine. I just realized I haven't even really spoken about Cam Smith. Really. What we liked is Cam Smith's around the green game. We bet Cam early in the beginning of the show because we were kind of just going down the board and I got carried away. And the thing is, stay with the ship, Byron. Sahith Theegala. Let's go. Then we're going to get to Cam Smith. Sahith, this is the thing with him as well. Look at these. I just don't understand him. We gaining 2.5 around the green, gaining 3.5 around the green, gaining 2.2 around the green, and then we're just losing randomly as well. So I think he just plays with fire. He goes all or nothing around the greens. One more sneeze, I think. I don't know. Ali. I used to sneeze twice back in my 20s. Now I'm in my 30s. I only sneeze once. But yeah, the around the green play has been very poor. I don't know what to make of him. I also imagine he's pretty solid. I think if I'm just thinking about Sahith and what he gets up to around the greens, I think it's out of these like thick rough lies that he kind of gets. He like hits these massive flop shots. He goes for these hero shots, and I think it hurts him. So it helps him for like upside if he can parlay those good shots into like a good run. But god damn, man, like he just keeps messing up every now and then and really hurting himself around the greens. They must only show. Yeah, I know. I mean, think about Bay Hill. You know, like when we were thinking about all of the around the green stuff, the guy just went nuts around the greens, and it's just been. They always show the chip-ins, and that's all of these green boxes. But then they don't show us when he's chunking one last week that comes back to his feet and rolls down the hill. Probably a foot or two away from being a tap-in, which would have been gained him maybe a half a stroke. But now he goes and loses a full stroke because he's trying to get too sneaky. Sometimes he's in the stands. He turns into Thika. I'm starting to get allergies on the show. It's time. It's time to call it a night. Alrighty. But we did want to chat about one more guy. I'm not speaking about Gary Woodland tonight. I'm not in the mood for that. Cam Smith. Cam Smith. By the way, I pulled up some stuff for strokes gained around the green this year. And the 25 best strokes gains around the green, only 3 people showed up on that list twice. It was Hideki Matsuyama, Minwoo Lee, and Cam Smith. The funny thing about Cam Smith is the fact that he's only played 8 rounds of golf this year, and he shows up twice on the 25 best rounds around the green all time on the PGA Tour this year. Everybody that's played on the PGA Tour, Cam Smith shows up on that list twice. And where did he do it? Both situations. We've got Jordan Smith and Cam Smith in the mixture. Great stuff. Let's just get Cam. No Joe Highsmith, just Cam Smith, baby. All right. Our baby, our beautiful child. Wow, Cam. Just wasn't in the mood. Did not feel like making putts at Valhalla over the weekend. But what he did do is chip his goddamn brains out. Chipped his brains out. Like this year in the 2 majors is averaging 1.5 strokes around the green. He's got 2 instances where he's gained over 3 strokes. Very good stuff. He hasn't lost around the greens in the 2 majors so far. Very nice stuff. I think I fancy him. I fancy him, and I love what he gets up to around the greens at Augusta. I feel like we can see the same stuff. Cam Smith from Australia. These kind of courses with the crispy turtleback greens are very Australian sandbelty, and that's what Cam Smith is known for. Obviously, he's an Australian, and if you think about a crispy golf course, think about the major championship he won 2 years ago at the Open Championship at St. Andrews. A crispy, bone-dry situation. He likes these kind of courses. 30-61 is enticing to me. Very enticing. We've bet it. We're in. We know that he's got a 4th place finish at the Open Championship here. The US Open in last year's LACC situation, putted beautifully. The approach numbers are solid. Like he comes and goes. It's just 1 or 2. Seems like on Sundays. Wow. What is he doing on Sundays? His last 3 Sundays in majors, he's averaging 2.3 strokes lost on approach. That's not good. But somehow gained more around the greens than he lost on approach at Augusta. That's just the Cam Smith experience. He lost 3.3 strokes ball striking at Augusta on Sunday, but gained it all back around the greens and putting. Incredible. He shot 1 under par on a Sunday at Augusta, losing 3.2 strokes ball striking. That is Cam Smith for you in a nutshell. Incredible stuff. Incredible. So, that's it, folks. That's going to be me for the night. I'm exhausted. I did 50 miles today for the first time in a while. Don't forget to use code MANIAC when you sign up for Rotoballer premium stuff. We've got it all for you. It's affordable. It's amazing. That is sorcery. Going to need him to hit more than 2 fairways a day, but if he does, it could be good. Yeah, I know. The thing is, Jack, these fairways are much bigger. They're much wide open. The problem with the fairways is if you miss it bad, which he does do sometimes, it's very bad. But if you miss just a little bit, it's still fine, which is kind of his thing. So I love it. Thanks for doing these, Byron. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too, T-Dac. Thank you so much. Hit that like, hit the subscribe. Get the hell out of here while you guys still can. And please tell all your friends and family about all this stuff. I'll be back on here tomorrow night again. I have no idea what this night was even about. I might have to just rewatch this myself to figure out what the hell I'm going to do tomorrow night. But maybe we do some placements tomorrow. I think I'll have my entire model built and we'll be rocking and rolling. Yes, I'll be at the John Deere over the weekend. Once again, it'll be quarter end right around it. But I'll be over there on Saturday and Sunday having a good old time, drinking a lot of Busch Lights. So, awesome stuff, folks. Thank you all. Thanks for tuning in. Use code MANIAC to get yourself 10% off at Rotoballer before you get out of here. Linda Q out. Oh, God damn it. Hit the end stream.